Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we have a bunch of new Yu-Gi-Oh news for end of 2020 and 2021. We've got some new Ice Barrier cards to go ahead and look at. Plus, Infernity support is going to be coming out. And on top of that, fossils are finally getting some extra support because that deck definitely needs. And on top of that, there's this new Cat Rush archetype coming into the game. Plus, more reprints coming out for some of our favorite cards. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop right into it. So the first card that we're going to be taking a look at is the Vessel Miko of the Ice Barrier. This is a new level 4 water spellcaster effect monster with 1,000 attack and 1,800 defense points. And it says you can only use this card's name, first and third effects once per turn each. The first effect is if you control a Ice Barrier monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. The second part of it is if you control another Ice Barrier monster, defense position monsters your opponent controls cannot change their battle positions. The third effect is if you control an Ice Barrier monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon a Ice Barrier token, Aqua Water level 100. So this actually helps out quite a bit for specific numbers, maybe making certain cards. If you want to go ahead and obviously go into synchro summoning, that could be really advantageous. I really wish though this card was maybe an optional tuner, like it would have that ability to make it so you can summon a token and it would also be a tuner. But just getting another Ice Barrier is actually a pretty big deal for the deck because some of them require you to have like 3 or more Ice Barriers. I don't know about this whole mechanic of making it so defense position monsters cannot be changed. As far as I'm aware, there's not a archetype that really needs to go ahead and swap battle positions other than like Karakuri, which they're not that bad of a deck. It's just that they don't really see that much play. So that being a mechanic probably won't be hurting too much. If it made it so like nothing can be changed, like for example dinos would go ahead and flip everything face down or something like that, but that only affects it for your opponent's monsters that they control. So I don't know how I feel about this. You guys can let me know down below. Next up though, this is just some quick little news for secret rare reprints. Now this is going to be in Premium Pack 2021. These are the cards that are going to be announced for this, but they're going to be reprinted as secret rares. Now, are we going to get it in TCG? I'm not positive in what form, but we got the Red Blossoms of Underroot, the Crossout Designator. This is actually a really good card. Striker Dragon, Draco Masters of Patenyi. We got Prime Math, Mech, Alem Bertian, and then Valkyrie Sigrun, Primal Dragon, Wind Charmer, Infernal Knight Renaud, Armored Bitron, Machine Metal Cruncher, and Virtual World Hime Nyan over here. And then with the new Infernity support over here, this is Contract with the Void, which is a normal spell card that says if you have at least 3 other cards in your hand, discard your entire hand, then you could special summon 1 Infernity monster or 1 level 8 Dark Dragon Synchro monster from your graveyard. Obviously, we don't really care too much about this. I mean, it's still a decent card. It can let you go into plays. Maybe you go ahead and make some rank 8 detach. Then you can go ahead and have access to bringing back, which usually is, what is it, Void Ogre is pretty much like, oh, I gotta double check on this. I'm pretty sure it, like Void Ogre would be like the prime target for this. Yeah, this is like the card that's pretty much the go-to over here. It's a Dark Dragon Synchro monster. I mean, there's other targets, but I'm just thinking of generally what do Infernity players make. It's this card, which lets you go ahead and stop a spell or trap. So that's kind of nice to go ahead and have. But I think the really nice effect is if you have a brick hand, like you need all those cards in the graveyard, you could just dump them all and you can start activating all of their effects. So I think this is definitely going to be a decent little card over here for Infernities with Contract with the Void. Next up that we have some support for fairies. There is more of this like dragon fairy archetype, the Holy Knights, if you guys remember, so I'm not sure if it's support for that, but this is 01 Angel 01. It is a level 1 light fairy effect monster with 200 attack, 300 defense points, and it says that you can only special summon with the way it is written in this card's name's first effect once per turn. The first effect is you can special summon this card from your hand by revealing a level 7 or higher monster in your hand. The second effect, while this special summon monster is in the monster zone, you get to tribute 1 level 7 or higher monster during your main phase in addition to your normal summon or set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Okay, so potentially you can be a little bit more active with the tribute sounding. I don't know if this is supposed to be like old school, like if you guys remember like Twalatin or some of the older fairies Tethys. I mean, this is more like legacy support, I would say, than new support. But again, it could be better stuff, again, for the Holy Knights once that archetype gets more cards. Next up, though, we have Shell Knight. This is support for the fossils. So Shell Knight, obviously, with the GX picture over there. Level 4 Earth Rock type effect monster with 0 attack and 2,000 defense points. And it says that you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect is when this card is normal summon, you could change this card to defense position. If you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. I guess with the new Ice Barrier support, you're not going to be able to do that, though. But the second effect is, if this card is sent to the graveyard by an effect or destroyed by battle, you get to add one level 8 rock monster from your deck to your hand. Or, if Fossil Fusion is your graveyard, you can special summon it from your deck instead. But if you do either, for the rest of the turn, you can't activate the effects of cards with that added summon card's name. Oh, gosh. Okay. I mean, it is obviously for the rest of the turn, so it has to be usually like you set it or somehow it's there and then it gets destroyed. Then you bring out the monster, and then, you know, remember, it's just from the for the rest of this turn. So coming back to your turn, as long as you don't get OTK'd, yeah, you're going to be able to go ahead and utilize it. So I don't think this part of the downside is too bad. It's just like the condition, it has to be by an effect or destroyed by battle, which, you know, that's a little bit slower in Yu-Gi-Oh! Flip effects, and floaters just haven't been really so hot these days. But anyways, next up, I want to go and check out these cat archetypes. They are called the Nikoyama's cards. Okay, so this is Odd Eyes Twin Tail Cat. Oh, Odd Eyes Cats? Okay, that's interesting. So this is going to be a level 7 Earth Beast type effect monster with 2200 attack and 200 defense points. Its requirement is you can activate if you control a face-up Red Eyes... Wait, Red Eyes Black Cat? This is a thing? And Blue Eyes White Cat? What? This is... Red Eyes and Blue Eyes get cat forms? What the heck is this? The effect is to choose to add a stray cat from your graveyard to your hand. So this is Red Eyes Black Cat, which is a vanilla. It's just 500, 200, no effect, obviously, it's a vanilla. And then we have Blue Eyes White Cat? What the heck? It's a level 1, 600, wait, I like how it's still going to be stronger than Red Eyes. But yeah, okay, that's that. It says, a white cat with blue eyes, it said if you take good care of them, they'll bring you happiness. Okay, let's see if they're going to actually be any good. So, Cat Eyes. So, Niko no Mi is a normal spell card that says, requirement, you can activate if you control 3 face-up monsters that are beast type. Effect is your opponent declares a type monster spell or trap and sends the top card of their deck to the graveyard. If it is not the declared type, all face-up monsters you control can attack directly this turn. I mean, that's a pretty good effect in Rush Duel. You can just OTK real easy. Next up, we have Stray Cat, which is a normal trap card that says, as a requirement, you can activate when a monster your opponent controls declares an attack. The effect is your opponent declares a type monster spell or trap and sends the top card of their deck to the graveyard. If that is not the declared attack, the attack is negated and you get to do 300 damage. 300 damage is really low, but it's more so that the attack is negated. So I guess this is like an attack directly deck. I mean, it looks... For collector purposes, I think this is going to be very hot, especially if these are like really rare cards. I mean, I think people like cats, so I think it'll be a hot thing. Anyways, this one is going to be coming out into December. There's a Proxy Horse. It's just like kind of hyping up a card. We'll see if it's any good. I remember that Ice Barrier card, they really hyped up, and it was kind of like, what? We're not going to use this in Infernal Knights. But Proxy Horse is going to be some new card, and it says aim for the highest and best link summon, so maybe it'll have some actual good effect if it's going to maybe count as multiple material if you use it for like a link 5. That would be kind of cool, right? Because generally link 5s don't see that much play in most duels. I mean, I know some decks can go and throw it out, but it'd be kind of cool to see where this goes. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on the new cards down below. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like on it. And if you are new here and you want to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the future, subscribe, turn that bell, and you'll definitely see more very soon. But take care, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. And I'm signing out. Peace.